Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode of Business by Design podcast. Question: do you sometimes find yourself overthinking every decision? Well, I'm Valerie, and today I want to talk about how this practice silently steals your momentum, right? It keeps you from moving forward, it keeps you from being productive, and it keeps you in your head. So join me and let's talk about it. Hello, beautiful one. Thanks for tuning in and welcome to Business by Design podcast. Your next level starts here. This is the 10-minute reset for women entrepreneurs who know there's another level waiting for them. Hi, I'm Valerie Priester, your host and your mindset and strategy catalyst. Each week, you'll get two essentials: a mindset reset to quiet the self-doubt that keeps you circling the same plateau, and a strategic architect move, a practical step you can plug into your business before the episode even ends. Listen, this is what I promise. No fluff, just focused clarity so you can trade busy work for purposeful and powerful momentum. Are you ready? Let's design your victory starting now. Sometimes when we get stuck in a pattern of overthinking, we can start to view ourselves as lazy or slow, or we start telling ourselves things like I can never get anything done, or I don't complete things. We start really telling ourselves these stories that really downplay, who we really are, and don't allow us to step into our full power and be this magnificent person that we are, right? But the truth is, none of that's true. Like, you're not slow, you're not lazy. You can get things done and complete it. But if you're dealing with overthinking, it will prolong your progress, or even, in some cases it will halt your progress and not really allow you to have any forward momentum, if you will, right? And so what I want you to understand and know is that it's not that you're one way or another. It's really not so much about how you are. It's more about you're just not clear, right? And please know that that's okay. I think we all deal with, from time to time, times in our business and even in our lives when we're just not really clear about what it is that we want or what we want to do, right? Overthinking is a symptom of unclear vision. It's almost like if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a vision of where you're going, it almost creates this overthinking pattern, right? Because you keep trying to figure out, like, do I want this or do I want that? I think I want this. I see this, and that looks interesting, but there's no clear vision of what you really want, and that produces a lot of overthinking, right? A client recently told me that she had like 19 tabs open, right? Looking at different websites, looking at tools, looking at templates. And so I asked her, well, what decision are you trying to make? When you're looking at all of those tabs opening, and now mind you, you feel like you're productive because you're doing some things, right? You're doing things with all these tabs, and you're probably going back and forth. And so when I asked her the question, I'm like, well, what is the decision that you're trying to make? Believe it or not, she couldn't even answer that. Why? Because there was no clear vision. That's overthinking, right? And what's possibly underneath that is a fear of making the wrong move. I can't tell you how many times I've coached women through that fear, because it is real. Sometimes we feel like, man, if I make a decision to move left or to move right, is it the right decision? Now, my biggest thing is always this. There's and this is my belief, right? There's really no right or wrong decision. There's just a decision that is right for you in the moment. But you can't get to that decision if you are bogged down with a lot of overthinking because you don't have clear vision, right? And overthinking often shows up when you can't picture your outcome. Like when I asked her the question, what is the decision that you're trying to make with having all these tabs open? Right? There was no clear picture of the outcome that she wanted. So therefore, it produced a lot of overthinking. And that's why the imagine phase matters, right? So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to take 5 minutes and ask yourself this question. What do I want this decision to create for me? So if you're overthinking a decision, overthinking something that you want to do, I want you to take 5 minutes of just sitting down with yourself and asking the question and journal about it. What do I want this decision to create for me? Okay. And I want you to start from the outcome, not the options. Start from, you know how they say, start with the end in mind? That's what you really want to do. What is the outcome that you're looking for? What is it? What is the destination that you're looking for? Right? And start there. And then I want you to set a timer for 5 minutes. And whatever that decision is that you're grappling with and you're overthinking, I want you, after the timer goes off in 5 minutes, I want you to make the decision. Period. Just make the decision, right? Because chances are you have one or two decisions in your mind that you keep going back and forth and practicing this overthinking, right? So when that timer goes off, make the decision. You can always adjust the decision later, but clarity builds when you act, when you take action. Okay, if you never take action, you hinder yourself or prevent yourself from really getting the clarity that you need. So today, I want you to commit to making the decision. Whatever it is, make the decision. And if you have several that you're overthinking, pick one. Pick one that means the most to you in this moment, right? Whether that is, making a decision about your pricing or making a decision about a program that you're creating, whether or not you're going to offer it or how you're going to offer it. Whatever that decision is, I want you to commit to and be intentional about making that decision today. All right. Now, if you want more grounded clarity, right? I do have a free guide that's on my website, and I'll make sure the link is in the show notes as well. And you can get that to help you start this journey, right? The guide is Break Through Your Confidence Plateau. And so get the guide, start the work in the guide, really commit to making the decision that you need to make and move out of overthinking. Because here's the truth. Designing your victory is a choice. Start with calming the mental noise that is preventing you from making a decision and enabling your overthinking patterns. Start today. We'll see you next time. Well, my amazing ones, that's your focus shift for today. If it sparked a new thought, follow the show and share it with a friend who's also ready for clarity. For those of you that have been following me, I want you to know I truly appreciate you. For those that are new to me, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you continue to follow. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Sharing is caring. Want to keep the momentum going? Check the show notes for my newest free resource. You can be sure it's most timely to help you take your next confident step. I'll meet you next Thursday for another dose of mindset and strategy tailored for the business and life you truly want. Remember, designing your victory is a choice.